Today I'm going to address this Katy Perry stroke Blue Origin charade. Not that I need to, because not many people are actually believing this silly publicity stunt. Even people at my work are calling this out, and they're mainstream believers. But I'm going to show you two clips that just destroy the mainstream narrative regarding this so-called space mission. Bear with me. So we'll start with this now infamous clip of this so-called space capsule and the caravan door hatch.
Saw the stars. I saw the curvature of the Earth. You know what's going to come out of her.
So we see the participants in this charade on the inside of the capsule open the caravan door, no stress. Remember, this is supposed to be an air pressure capsule. Yes, I know you can supposedly open it from the inside, but the flimsiness of this door, like I said, it resembles a caravan door. And it just shows you the fact they've opened it, and then Jeff has this big key to open it in a minute. Just shows you it's all a charade. And the next clip I'm going to show you is just going to destroy this silly pantomime.
Her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Ridiculous. Swung open like a caravan door. And again. Once more, and I'll zoom in on this ridiculous build quality so-called hatch for a spacecraft. Like I said, ridiculous. Now we're supposed to believe you've got four ladies in there in boiler suits, been blasted off into on a rocket, went 62 miles up, right to the edge of so-called space, the Kármán line. Their protection was a caravan door and some boiler suits. That's what we're supposed to. That's what we're expected to believe. Now, what's going to make it even worse now is what I'm going to show you.
The suit by itself is roughly about $125,000. Altogether, a fully dressed pilot's about $250,000.
A helmet ranges about $60,000 on its own. It's a lot.
Now we're discussing the U-2 pilot who flies at a surface ceiling height of approximately 70,000 feet. Convert that to miles. That's 13 miles up, okay? Look at the setup the U-2 pilot needs inside of his cabin.
It's very expensive because it's their last line of defense flying in the U-2. It's very unique because it provides overall survivability of their life. Because our U-2 pilots fly high sorties and they fly for long periods of time, we got to keep them hydrated, we got to keep them fed. So once the full pressure suit is locked down, they cannot open it again until they recover from their sortie. If by instance they were flying at the altitudes that they fly at and they were to open their helmet up to like scratch their nose, if at that instant they were to lose cabin pressure, the blood in their body would instantaneously boil and be instantaneous death. So we have our pilots, we tell them once they close down, do not open until they land.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a very good day. And bearing in mind, this is the U-2 pilot. He flies at 70,000 feet, which is approximately 13.2 miles up, I believe. But inside the cockpit, of his high altitude plane, he has to wear a specialized spacesuit. Remember, he's locked down inside the plane. And then inside of the plane, he's wearing a spacesuit because of the environment. He's, very high up. And should he lose cabin pressure where he was scratching his nose, his blood would boil instantly and he would die. And yet we're expected to believe that these women in boiler suits with a caravan door protecting them from the harshness of near so-called space went 62 miles up in a space capsule. No space suit, like I said, 4 boiler suits or whatever it was, and a caravan door.
Oh my God! I saw the stars. I saw the curvature of the earth. You know what's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
So bad, so embarrassing. No wonder normal mainstream believers now are scratching their head and starting to ask questions. This Blue Origin has done more damage than good, just like the final experiment did and has done now. Initially they had some momentum and were able to fool some naive individuals. But of course physical reality hasn't changed because of a so-called observation of the sky in Antarctica. And people have now realised that. Plus, Mr. Final Experiment himself, Will Duffy, even said, we can't talk about things in the sky when we're talking about the Earth. And of course, when we analyse space, whether it be SpaceX or this tosh, and you compare the build quality of the capsule and the protection that was so-called on offer, and then you compare it to the YouTube pilot who flies at 70,000 feet, which is what? 13 miles up. So he's nearly 50 miles lower than the girls in the boiler suit with the caravan door. You tell me, did these people go to space? Or is it just one big silly pantomime? Have a good one, everyone.